What's good? It's your boy DJ Pryce Miyagi. I just want to say thank you to everyone who supported the podcast so far. We doing numbers and we want to continue to go up, but we need your support. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that you're in tune every time we drop a new podcast episode. Listen, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Thank you again for your support. Now let's get into another Can We Talk episode. Salute. What's good, my peoples? What's good? It's your boy DJ Pryce Miyagi, and we back with another one.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
We back with another one. I'm gonna let the beat just breathe just a little bit. Shout out to Rappy on the beat. Yeah. I'm feeling good today, man. I'm feeling real good today.
Hey, I'm feeling good too, man. I'm feeling good too. Happy to be here.
That's what's up. It's your boy DJ Pryce Miyagi, and I'm in the building. You know what it is. We back with another episode of the Can We Talk podcast. I hope y'all feeling good. I'm feeling good today. It's a beautiful day in my city. The weather's good. I'm feeling good. My health is good. I hope y'all doing well out there in the world. Like I say every time, if you're listening, go ahead and hit subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can be in tune on what we doing in our episodes that we dropping. Our numbers is going up. I keep telling you, I got a big announcement coming soon. I'm about to take a business trip soon, and we about to see what's going on with this podcast, man. Big announcements coming. But let's get into the episode, man. It's your boy DJ Pryce Miyagi, and I got one, y'all. I got one. When I tell y'all this episode, I got one. This guy is the guy. He's from my city, a Portland native, man. We gonna show some love to my guy Water in the building. Y'all show him some love.
Hey, now, say now, man. What's happening? What's
up, my guy? What's going on with you, man? We finally got you on the podcast.
Definitely,
Okay.
man. I'm happy to be here, man.
I'm happy you're here, man. We've been shooting it for a minute, man. We finally got you here. So I definitely want to get into your story. But before we get going, man, I want to talk to you a little bit about this vaccine. I talk to everybody about the vaccine. Have you got vaccinated? How you feel about the vaccine? Do you plan on doing it if you haven't done it already? Where you at with it?
Okay. I'm on the fence,
Okay.
being realistic.
Uh-huh.
I haven't got vaccinated. I know people that have.
Right.
Do you want to hear my side, my input on it?
Absolutely.
Okay. I do feel that we all have taken chances with some sort of drug, some sort of something.
Facts.
Prescription pill, whatever, medicine, something. Hey, toothpaste.
Right.
It says if you swallow it, call poison control.
Okay, talk about it.
So I'm saying, we've all risked something.
Right.
So I'm not telling you to run out and go get it, but if it gives you a easier peace of mind and you feel like you feel more comfortable and you feel that it is helping and it gives you, what should I say, a sense of secureness,
right,
I think you should do it. Now, if you're on the fence and you don't want to do it, I'm going to keep it funky with y'all.
Keep it funky.
Hey, I don't know how long they're going to let us just run around. We ain't got no
vaccine.
We run around here like animals that ain't been sprayed and neutered, man. They're like, hold on, man. Y'all going to have to get with the program because they ain't letting you fly.
Facts.
They probably not going to let you in certain places or establishments. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go, but
Facts.
Trust me, it's probably going to happen. But it is what it is, man. To be realistic with you, brother, I feel... I don't know, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm more like if I have to, and it is, you got to get the little card. I got to show them, like, hey, here go my card. I got my little thing on there.
Right.
That's different. But to be realistic, when I be seeing people, and like, okay, prime example, Las Vegas is open, y'all.
It's open.
It's open. So they got to, where you ain't got to wear no mask. So me, my partner, we in the stores walking around, and we in Walmart. And we walk by this other dude. It's another brother, so he see us. He see us, and he like, they not tripping? And like the way he said they not tripping, he said they not tripping. Like he yanked it off his face. Like, brother, we free.
Right.
And like it was some old slave school. You know, like back in the day, school was like, hey man, we free, brother. Take that mask off your face, brother. We ain't gotta wear no mask no more.
Right.
The man ain't saying nothing to us. We done been in like 3 stores today, no mask. We went to Caviarelli's, no mask. We came to Walmart, no mask.
Right.
I told my partner, I said, man, we can't be walking around. He said, man, just walk in there like you own it, man.
Right.
And I was like, wow, it's like being young, trying to use a fake ID. Right. Like, if I get caught, it's like, well, I don't know. Ain't nobody said nothing to me there.
Right.
But when I got up here, I see everybody put on their mask. Everybody was masked up. So
Facts.
I don't know.
And that's crazy because I was down in Texas, man. I was down in Atlanta, man, and I'd have been in the South. And when I tell you, bro, there is no mask to be worn in them things. Ain't nobody wearing. Now, let me take that back. They wearing them in the lines. Right. When they get inside, where it's ain't nobody got no mask on, bro. I was in Magic City, my guy. Listen, with Magic City, I'm lit. We get in Magic City. You know what I'm saying? I got you gotta get the mask. Go pay for a mask. I'm like, well, I gotta go pay for a mask.
Like,
okay,
I gotta
cool.
go pay for one.
Yeah, so we go get the mask. Come back. I go in, pay the cover, get in. We in the thing, and ain't nobody got no mask on. Niggas rolling up the weed. They in there blowing. It ain't no mask. Everybody walking by each other. I'm like, what's the point of me wearing a mask? But I get it. You know, maybe for look's sake. But I will say I am fully vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm here. I'm breathing. Ain't nothing wrong with me. No side effects so far.
Did you get sick though?
So the first shot, arm was sore. I was fatigued. I felt tired. Second shot.
Y'all hear that? I don't know.
Second shot, I was fatigued as well. Arm wasn't too sore. A little bit of body ache, a little headache, but that lasted like a day and a half or so, and I was good.
So, I don't know. I've heard some people really be going through it, man.
Oh, no, they do. I heard it too. But regardless of what the systems are, they say it only lasts like a day or so, which makes sense. And I let you know the vaccine is working. But at the end of the day, like I tell people all the time, you know, if it works for you, definitely do it. Do your research. Don't do nothing you don't know about. But also keep in mind, we've been getting vaccine our whole life. We couldn't go to school without the vaccines. You know what I'm saying?
Got a point.
We put, like you said, we put things worse in our body than a vaccine every day. You know what I'm saying? So if it's something that's going to help you get a fighting chance on this new virus that we got, I say, hey, if you do your research and you feel comfortable, do it. If not, that's totally on you. I'm not knocking you, but I'm fully vaccinated. So no matter what, your boy's fully vaccinated. Okay? But anyways, man, let's move a little forward in the conversation. So, you know, we sat down, man. I got a little thirsty, man. You brought me something. You said, man, P, I got something for you. I said, what you got for me, man? And, man, you pulled out something real nice, man. You said, I got something for that aid. I said, what's that? You said, it's that blue lemonade. Yeah, okay, man. Though? Hey, y'all got to rock with this. This is fire.
Hey, blue lemonade, just in case y'all didn't hear him say it, one more time. We're going to say it one more time. Blue lemonade.
Talk about it. So, man, how'd you get into this, man? This is a nice drink, man. Flavorful, too.
Well, it came about, like, on a humbug. I ain't gonna lie. Brody, shout out to Union Burger. Shout out to John.
Salute.
He hit me up, and he was like, bro, I see you got the clothing line going, and you got some other things going on. He's like, what you think about trying to, like, whip up a little drink, man? We can come up with a little idea or something. I was like, man, that don't sound too bad.
Right.
So we linked up, and then he had to be check out some juice that he already had, which was cool because he was like, man, I got this.
Right.
And, they was doing their thing over there. Still shout out to, you know what I'm saying?
Salute.
Stupid Burger, they was doing their thing, and they had stupid juice. And so he was like, man, you can like whip up you a little something, bro. He's like, and we can have it up here at the cart. And he was like, we could kind of like co-brand each other, And he's like, help you get going. Right. And to be realistic, I was kind of like, all right, let's figure it out. Let's see if we can get it down in. You feel me? And we started to do some like different flavors, some different mock-ups, and then we came up with a cool little version. And the first version was still cool, and we still rock with that version. Right. But with this version, we came up with something just a tad bit better. And This is like a remix version. So there's still the, I call it, not being funny. You go there, you get that one with that,
Right.
if you from the streets, you from the hood, you want some of that extra zing to your juice. It's just juice. It's good for the kids, everybody.
Right. But like you said, you get that reaction.
Everybody,
Right.
But if you're more into your, let's say, let me get right, with your nutrition, and you're worried about certain things, this has all the breakdown. This tells you what's in there.
Okay.
We're actually remixing and trying some more formulas just to give it a little bit more kick.
Right.
But at the same token, we're not going to lose any, tendencies on the consistency. It's still going to be good. It's still going to be hidden.
Right.
Because like right now, we hidden. It's
just facts. And it's crazy because you do got the stats on the bottom. I mean, it's pretty much simple. Your water, your lemon, it's all juice. It's not no extra preservative shit you can't pronounce and spell up in there, man. And only 160 calories per bottle, man. And it's a pretty big bottle. So y'all get that blue lemonade, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's good, refreshing.
Yeah, because this is the 16 ounce. So just in case y'all didn't know.
Okay.
And, I'm bumping the mic.
Oh, you good.
It is available at bluelemonade.com.
Okay.
And if you guys, I think they're going to tag us, and post this so you guys know where to find us, Instagram, and all the info. And then, excuse me, y'all, I'm over here eating some. Just don't mind me. But you definitely could get a 4-pack, and then now we're going to be working on cases, and we're going to be working on big volumes. So we just kind of started putting in big orders, I want to say the last 2 months, give or take. Because before, it's just been kind of like small orders, a little bit of pop-up shops, a little bit of events. But right now, like, seriously speaking, we're really scaling. Like, things are really taking off, man. So don't get me wrong, y'all. Like, who would have thought, man? Like, Blue Lemonade, man. Who would have thought?
There it is, man. Blue Lemonade, man. Go get it, man. Go get it. Man, BlueLemonade.com.
Definitely.
Absolutely. And it's actually on the bottle as well. So if y'all get one of these, man, go tap in with the site, man. Follow him on Instagram. Hit him on his email if you need to get some, or through the website, man. This is where you want to go. Blue Lemonade. Let's get it. All right, man. Water. So let's get into this interview, bro. So I got to ask, like I ask everybody when they come on the show, man. So are you originally from Portland, or did your family migrate out here? How was your start here to Portland?
Me, personally, born and raised in Portland.
Salute.
My family, I'm a Nathan.
Okay.
But my my mom's side of the family would be more, I think they were from the South. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you guys. And they used to live in Vanport.
Okay. Salute.
And so when things went bad in Vanport, they moved up over on Vancouver Street, where I technically grew up at. And kind of everybody knows. I mean, not everybody, but, if you kind of know me, over there on Portland.
Facts.
In the Ave, Vancouver Ave. But at the same token, I'm from here, born, raised, the city, the block, the quarter, neighborhood, schools. The other day, man, shout out to Branch. With the cooking, he be doing
Marcus
his one, too.
To Marcus, for sure.
And we were talking about how everybody knows everybody from, like, baseball,
right,
or football, or middle school. Just in general, it's kind of like, this is our village. So it's like, I'm from here, but this is my village.
And that's true, man, because we all played on the same playgrounds, man. We all was in the same summer programs, play to get each other different teams depending on what park area you lived in. So that's a fact. We in our community here in Portland, for those who not from here, never been here, the African American community is pretty tight knit. We all know each other. It's like 1 degree separation. Like, somebody who knows somebody, and that's about as far as it's gonna go. You be able to connect the dots from there. So let me ask you, man. So what elementary school, middle school, high school did you go to?
Okay, man.
Let's talk about it.
Here we go. Elementary, all Boise Elliott.
Okay.
Original Boise Elliott before they merged with the other school.
Right.
Middle school, Harriet Tubman.
Okay.
If y'all know, y'all know. We always, right there. Y'all already know.
Right.
Weird as it is, a lot of people went there, but then they like transferred out to other middle schools during the year. Now growing up, it's probably because they they relocated.
Right.
All right. High school was a tricky situation now.
Okay, let's go.
He said high school. So I went to Grant.
Generals, stand up. Finally.
Then I was in Grant for like what was it? I want to say the majority of 9th grade. And then I just started effing up, y'all.
Oh, okay.
I just wasn't going to class really. And they pulled me to the side and was like, look, you ain't gonna stay here. You don't even come to school.
Right.
They're like, we can look at your attendance and see that you come in the morning for your first few classes. Like, I love science.
Right.
I'm a nerd. I can't help it, y'all. Shit just sparks my interest.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Math. And then I had advanced math. So I had like 2 math class. And after that, I didn't even go to PE. I didn't want to dress down.
Right.
I thought I was too cool.
Right.
So I was like, nah, man, I ain't trying to like take these clothes off, stick this on locker. Like, what's wrong with you, man? You tripping? So I was failing in that.
Right.
And then my other classes, I hadn't even been to the classes. The teachers told the deans they didn't even know me. They was like,
you was never in class.
I don't never even remember him even coming to class. They was like, I thought he wasn't even going to school here. And so they was like, you would go to all your other classes and then after lunch you would just leave. So they kicked me out. I ended up over at, first it was POIC.
Okay.
And then somewhere in between there was an alternative school around the corner from Jeff. And then they turned it to Rosemary Anderson High School. So they like transitioned or something or however that happened. And so then I was there. And here's the weird part, you guys. I ended up going back to Grant.
Okay, let's talk about
10th
that.
grade year, so I go back to Grant. So I was like, man, I'm going back to Grant. And so I'm messing around with my partner, and then we like did school one day, and then this is kind of like the sign, seal, and deliver deal. This motherfucker go bring a goddamn BB gun to school. We get off the bus.
Right.
He like pointing it and shit at bushes and shit, like at the edge of the park. Some mom going to pick up her kids. She see us. She see him. She go tell the people. I'm talking about, man, he like leave me there sitting with his bag. I'm like sitting on the bleachers.
Nah.
I'm waiting on him to come outside. Like they come over there like, man, motherfucker had like a bomb or something, man. I'm talking about they came driving through the grass. I'll never forget that shit.
Pull up on y'all quick.
Like, get on the ground. They was like, where's the gun? Where's the gun? I was like, what you talking about? Mind you, his bag was just sitting there. So I just didn't say nothing. So I would be 100, man. And my partner, he was hella like, he walked up. He like kept it 100. He was like, man, it's my bag. It's my bag. They was like, oh, snatched him, snatched me, drug us into the motherfucking office. Then the school police held us, and then the real police came. I was like,
oh, no, that ain't cool. And you said you about 10th grade? So
yeah, this 10th
15,
grade.
16?
So yeah, something like 15, 16, man. And so then they like told us all this stuff, told us we weren't gonna be going to school there no more. I thought it was over. I thought it was just like over and done with. Then they took us to JDH.
Oh no,
I was like,
cool.
so then they take us to JDH and they call Honey, and so Grandma had to come get me, and I'm like, damn.
Right.
I don't even know what to tell her, man. So I was like, yeah, things started kind of like going downhill at that time. Like,
that's crazy.
School it was there, but it just wasn't there. And then, yeah, man. So that was like what it was for me for high school. And I'm gonna be 100, man. Shoot, I don't even think I ended up. I was at POIC. I don't even think I finished that year.
Okay.
Like I think I finished like my 10th grade year messing around with my friends, and then after that I was outside. Like I was outside with it. It was crazy.
It was to the streets, man.
Yeah, it was to the streets by that time, man.
I feel it.
Yeah, it wasn't cool.
That's crazy because for me, I went to Boise for I believe kindergarten and also a little bit of my first grade year, and second grade year, and then half of my second grade I went to Woodlawn, and I finished out at Woodlawn Elementary because I lived in that neighborhood. Oneonta and Deacon boys stand up, and so from there I went to Whitaker. Of course, you went to Woodlawn, you went to Whitaker, and then I got kicked out of Whitaker, and then we ended up moving off Grand, and that's when I started going to Tubman. So I did my 8th grade year at Tubman, rest of my 8th grade year at Tubman. Now, while I was at Tubman, I had a hustle. I'm going to talk about this because you brought up JDH. I had a cold hustle. So my hustle was I would go get goods that they had at the student store and store it in my locker and sell it for a little bit less. So that was my hustle. So I would go to Newberry's, different stores, and go hit them up. Now, one day I got caught. And they took my ass to JDH. I told them to take me there because I didn't want to go with my mom because I thought I was going to get a whooping. I was like, nah, I want to do it with her. Take me to JDH. I was like, that's probably the coolest place to go. Man, I was so ready to go when I got to that motherfucker. I was like, please come get me. My mom said, I should leave your ass up in there. I was like, no, come get me.
You're like, get me up out of here, please.
Get me up out of here. And if y'all know, JDH is a juvenile detention home here in Portland, Oregon. So, you know, if you was younger, underage, that's where you most likely you went to. Some of the worst went to McLaren. So, but yeah, that's crazy. But as far as high school, I ended up going to Grant. I'm a general as well, but I ended up dropping out like my junior year because I'm having a kid. So, you know, I was 16 and pregnant, man. So I had to get up out of there and started working.
What? You wasn't pregnant?
I mean, I wasn't pregnant, but you know, I had one on the way. He said, wait a minute.
I said, hold on, man. You wasn't pregnant? Hey, man, don't let him fool y'all, man. I was 16 and pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
16 and pregnant, man.
So I had to drop out of school and things.
Right.
What? Man, what you saying, bro? Nah. But I felt a lot going on. He was a new parent. Okay, I got you.
Facts.
There we go. I was just like, what?
Yeah, no, facts. That was real, man. I had to, man. And I did end up going back to school at some point, though, and finishing off. And, you know, now I'm about to graduate college. But yeah, man, so that's how mine went. But, you know, I want to talk to you, too, man. So now you're out of high school. What was your moves, man? Because I know you did music. Now, as far as when I first met you, you was into the music. But did you start at a young age? Or, like, when did that whole dream start for you?
Okay, as far as the music, like getting started, a lot of it started with being around my cousins. Like, don't get me wrong, like, always been a fan of music.
Right.
But they were, like, actively doing the music. They was the ones putting in CDs. They was out, like, rapping, like my older cousins was. My other younger cousins was. Everybody was freestyling.
Right.
Shout out to my cousin Macru with his crazy self.
Salute to Macru.
Because he like pushed music, like he lived music. He like pushed music, and like I'll go over to his house and he'll like have songs and tapes, because it wasn't even CDs at that time, but he had tapes that I had just never heard before. Like I grew up in a house, it was just blues, you know, older people, grandma, grandpa. I know B.B. King.
Right.
I know John Lee Hooker. I know these older songs, you know, Mockingbird, stuff like that.
Right.
It's the type of stuff that, like, because I didn't, like, grow up around my mom, so I wasn't, like, around her, you know, bumping that kind of music. And at that time, what was trending, basically.
Right.
And so when I would go over to my cousin's house, it'd be like, man, he'd just be having everything. And I'd just be all like, what? Like, what they saying? Like, bro, play that again. And then he'd be like showing me the tape covers and all the stuff. And it was like that type of, I think for me, like the Source magazines, I didn't even know where you could get those magazines,
That's
man.
crazy.
I didn't even know where to find stuff like that, because it was like my house bringing was different. So growing up in that type of house, it was like music got started then. So by the time I was outside with it, running around with my cousins and after high school, and then music just started being a thing. I was like, man, everybody's doing music. Like they say, your neighborhood, you know, your friends do music. And shout out to Pryce, shout out to Haddon, just shout out to everybody that was just doing music prior. And then shout out to my older cousin Cito, he was doing music, and like my next door neighbor Bundy was doing music. A lot of people was coming over there getting studio time, just doing stuff. And so like I think my first couple little go rounds, I ended up doing like some vocals for my partner. And I went over there and Bundy was like, damn, bro. He like, I ain't gonna lie, he like, I felt like he gassed me up. He was like, man, you did your thing on there, man. And like, I just came over there just like the cool, like kind of talk on it. And it was the first time I had ever recorded something. So after that, I was like, how do I make beats? How do I do this? How do I do this? I was just like trying to figure out how I do these things. And I was like, what do I do next? And so he was like, man, you know, like everybody, try Fruity Loops. You get Fruity Loops. And then he told me it's a little program to record. I think I was doing like Adobe Audition.
Okay.
And I was just trying to figure it out from there. And then it just kept growing. And then as far as for me with the music, I just started like doing little mixtapes, and I was kind of in the process of like when we started linking up and doing the parties. Like I was getting better. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, my first few tapes or first few CDs, man, everybody was just blowing the motherfuckers off and shit. It was like, man, this shit cool, man, but you can't hear you. And I was like, man, look, man, I'm rapping, man. It was like, man, this ain't really it. So you was recording
yourself at the time?
Yeah, so I was recording myself, or like me and the homies was recording, but I just had like a cool little Adobe Audition little setup.
Right.
And so like in the basement, we had put a little studio down there at Honey House, and we had like it was funny because, you know, I try to make it as studio-ish as possible.
Right.
But it was like makeshift, so I took with some little sliding doors, they're like kitchen doors, little fan doors.
Okay, I was talking about
yeah, they're not really like real doors.
Real doors, but right.
And so like I built like a little booth, like Big Tick in the booth, man. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a little booth. And so I ain't gonna lie, man, the homies treated this shit like it was gold. They used to be like, man, I'm in the booth, man. They're like, close the booth up, man. I'm in the motherfucking booth and shit.
Right.
And so it was cool because like the little doors would connect and shit, they'll like catch, and then you go in there, you close this like a little kind of little
like
booth.
You in your space, yeah.
And then everybody else just be sitting out there snickering and laughing and looking at shit. You can tell everybody just cracking jokes, but bro, it was good vibes, bro, and it just kind of grew from there.
That's dope, man. So now that you're recording yourself and you did a few mixtapes, clearly when nobody really rocking, we're probably still giving you a little love at the same time. So when did you feel like, okay, let me elevate to the next level with this music?
I felt when I really wanted to like do videos. Like I did some cool little videos with my friends, and it was like some cool little videos. But then when I started wanting to do like real videos, and like I hired this one guy to shoot the video, and actually before the one guy, we ended up having 503 TV shoot us a video. So no disrespect to them, because we didn't have our shit together, so we still getting started. And so they came through with the camera, and we did a cool little video at the it's called It's the Crown.
Okay.
And it was like me, it was Crown Entertainment, everybody that was on there, Boss King T, HD, K Lou.
Facts, I remember that. Facts.
It was just a cool little video, and like we was just trying to get going. And I feel like, to me, I personally like entertaining, like even if it isn't to be, just rapping and stuff, like I like entertainment, I just like it, man. I like movies, I like action. So like if you notice a handful of my videos now, I try to put more, visual into it, so that it is something to watch, but there's something to watch.
And get more like theatrical, like you really like you can tell you putting in that work. If there's a thought process, you got a treatment for it now. Like I can tell the growth, but we'll get into that as well. So now, when you did the first video, did you already have an album out? Did you drop your first album before you did the video, or was it a video before you got to an album?
Okay, let me make sure I got this right. I think we had the song out.
Okay.
But nothing was put up online. And I think we were just kind of like doing the mixtapes and just like spinning stuff. And so shout out to Fetty K. I don't know where the fuck he at.
Salute to Fetty K. That's my guy, man.
So Fetty K comes through, and he like really gave a major shout out to like DJ Chill, and he was just like, man, DJ Chill, you CD baby this, and DJ Chill, you CD baby that, and he making all this money, and we was just sitting there, we was just, I ain't gonna lie, I was just like taking notes, like, what? He making money off of CD baby? What is this? I was like, how? I was like, what is he doing? Like, how does this work? And so that was kind of like just getting stuff going, and I like signed up for it, and then the first CD that I put up on it was Casino. And
I remember that joint.
It was cool, man. Like it was just a cool little vibe for me. I was like, some of the tracks I actually made, I had got some tracks from Nonstop when he was
Right.
This is back in the beginning, where he was still like letting Brody get him for the Lowski Doski.
Hey, listen, man. Speaking of nonstop, we recorded my group TVCast, our first mixtape at the house on the corner over there in that room right to the left.
Yeah,
right there. Yup, that's a fact, bro. Hey, before now, you platinum producer, man. Salute to nonstop, man. Hey, salute. That's my guy, man. He doing his thing. Spike doing his thing. But yeah, that's where we recorded our first mixtape at, man. And we actually did a couple of his beats back then too. Yeah, we had a couple of his tracks and shit. Yeah, so that's my guy, man. I gotta get him on the podcast. We gotta get you on the podcast, bro.
And I mean, even with being around him and the other homies, they actually had it. They had stuff going like nonstop. Right. Around that time, he had dropped his CD.
Fire.
That was hella motivation. The homies were dropping singles and CDs. That was hella motivation. And for me, it was just like, I'm going to just grind it out. Like, I'm going to get this shit to where people want to listen to it. I'm going to make it to where people want to hear it.
Right.
And I'm going to be honest, man. I think for me, I know my shit ain't the dopest shit. I know I wasn't the dopest motherfucker. Or I mean, now I feel a little bit different, you know
right,
what I'm
right.
Now it's different. But at that time, I felt like I'm just going to keep trying it. I'll never forget, I asked my cousin, man. I was like, man, cousin, I want you to get on this. And he gave me one of those modest ass, yeah, man, just, you know, man, just keep doing your thing, man. It's going to get better, man. You know, and then let me know. And it was like, he didn't want to get on the track, man. You know, and I was like, damn, my shit garbage, man. He don't want to get on my motherfucking track with me.
Right.
But now, things are different, though.
It's way different.
Yeah, definitely different.
Way different. So, now, did you have like a hit single before you dropped your album? Or let's kind of answer that question, but I also want to know, when did you drop your first album and how was that moment for you when you finally got your first project out?
Okay, I wouldn't call it a hit. Should we probably did what Double Wood, maybe?
hey, you keep it in the buck though, you know what I'm saying?
Nigga, yeah. Probably with Double Wood, y'all. I don't know nothing about the single. Right. Hell no. Hell to the fuck now.
Funny,
hey man, we keep it funky with y'all.
Facts.
But we hit drop and it was like, all right, it's buzzing. And then I put the CD together and then we had like a lightweight photo shoot for it. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we did have like a function. I want to say we had a function with you guys.
At the Blue Dragonfly.
Matter of fact, we did.
Yeah, Blue Dragonfly.
Yeah, we had the function with you guys. Now that I think about it, and that was around that time. And bro, for me, what it felt like was being realistic. It was like, it's happening, but even at that time, I didn't feel like it was surreal because the people around me didn't treat it like it was real. And for them, a lot of them either didn't feel it, which is cool. You know, right. Everybody's ain't they cup of tea.
Facts.
And then some people was more like I remember one of my cousins, he was like, man, he just got money. He don't know what to do with it. He just wasting his time. And so, like, stuff like that, bro, like, it didn't really, like, deter me. It just made me like, man, why y'all don't take me serious, man? Why the fuck don't y'all take me serious out here?
Right.
And so I just stepped it the fuck up, man. Bro, that's when, a couple of years later, or at least after that, it was kind of like I try to drop a project every year, or at least every 2 years. And if not, I would drop like a single. And then I just have been just dropping shit. Like, bro, I want to say, as funny as it may be, you know how they be like, people ain't no overnight success, but shit, honestly, I've been dropping shit for like the last 10 years, bro. Like literally over a decade, bro.
And that's a fact.
Even with each project, it's been cool because I keep growing and I get better. I get to play with styles. I get to try something different. And it's just, bro, like, to me, it's been coming together.
Right. All right, so now you got your first album out. When did you drop album number 2? Now, before you answer that question, how many albums total you got out right now? Not the mixtapes, but albums.
To be honest, let me make sure I'm getting my count right.
Okay.
I got Casino. Mm-hmm. I got Playboy. Mm-hmm. I got Water as an artist, and then the album is called Wavy.
Okay, Wavy's fire.
Mm-hmm. Then I got, what was the other ones? Let me catch up, y'all. Then I have Late Night.
Okay.
Then I have Game. Mm-hmm. Then I have Straight Lace. Mm. And then I have, let me make sure I'm keeping up here, because some of these are singles. I mean, some other songs are singles.
Right.
But they count, but they don't count.
Okay.
And then I have The Wave, which is the last one I just dropped. Oh, and Wavy Radio. I'm sorry. So I would have said we got a total of 9 projects. I could have miscounted, man, but yeah, from 9.
Total of 9? That's crazy, man. And you say you've been doing about 10 years now, right?
Yeah, what I say, 10 years. Like, it's literally been 10 years, man. Like, it's been cool, though, because the first go at it, I feel like it was just, like, practice.
Right.
It was a lot more of just getting, like, familiar with the mic, kind of getting comfortable using my vocals, learning how to, like, find my vibe, kind of, like, find my bounce. And then, like, last night, somebody sent me a track. And they was like, man, I want you to get on this. And I was like, so is this something that you want to be a certain way, or you want it to be some shit that I'm going to talk about, like the vibe I'm going to have?
Right.
And vice versa. I send songs off to some people, and I'm like, I want their vibe, because I know what I'm going to talk about. It's going to be what I'm going to talk about.
Right.
And so it'd be cool, but it's always good to, like, work with other people. So, like, now we literally be coming up on project number 10.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy, and salute to you. So just, I'm going to kind of give you my opinion. So I remember first meeting you was through Kevin at the Blue Dragonfly, and that's when we first got down. I was promoting there. Yeah, and I remember listening to your shit. I was like, oh, he cool. Not really my cup of tea, but he cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how to hit a pocket. I mean, the hook game was always been there. I can't say that. You always kill your hook game. But over time, bro, you have grown. You have gotten better and better and better. And I will say, the most recent shit you dropped is really my shit, bro. I was slapping you. I even hit you. When you had that one sample, Stay by The Controllers, one of my favorite songs, I was like, hold up, this nigga sampled. I said, oh, and then you killed it, though. It wasn't like you did it justice, my nigga. Like, it was hard. I said, Water coming into his. He's arriving now. Okay, now I can see he's comfortable now. You found it. And that's how I felt with this last project. I feel like you found it now. You there now. I ain't gonna hold you, and I ain't gonna lie. I was proud because I done seen you where you started and where you at. Now I see where you can go, and I'm like, oh, this nigga's about to kill some shit.
Okay, 100%. I feel that.
100%. And that's just me. And I used to rap. I did music for a long time, and I feel like I'm a music critic. You know, but of course my opinion don't mean nothing. But
it matters.
To see where you came from and where you at, I say, yeah, this nigga got out the mud because he's there now. Now at this point, this nigga about to do it. But then not only did your flow step up, songwriting step up, your beat selection stepped up, everything stepped up. Like, you on that level. Like, I could put that's in rotation with my regular shit in my playlist. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's what I was.
Yeah. So that comes on. It's just like anything else. So the whole mic drop. You know what I'm saying? I got me some Young Thug in there. I got me some Pryce, and I got the Water in there. It's all flowing.
That's cool.
And my guy Sour D's, the other guy from the town I really like musically from the city.
Shout out Sour D's.
Sour D's is dope as fuck to me. And bro, I love what you're doing right now. So what I'm saying is that not only are you killing the music, the videos consistent, and they are quality, and you putting in that work. Like I say, it's more theatrical. You could tell got a little treatment to it. It makes sense. It's just making sense, bro. And when it comes to videos and music right now and consistency, I got you and Sour D's like at my top 2 because y'all really putting shit out heavy. And what you doing, bro, is so crazy with this music.
Thank you.
I gotta salute you, and I want to tell you to your face. I can hear everybody say, "Oh, that shit's hot," but I want to look you right into your eye and tell you, bro, you're doing your thing, man. Keep moving. I feel you in that pocket. You there now? Take that shit to the sky, man, because that's the limit for you right now.
I appreciate that, man. I definitely appreciate that. Like, from right now, I'm versatile, so I don't want people to feel like it's funny because, like, even my partner that make the beats, he was like, man, you know, you just kind of be on your, like, cool shit, or like, we got the show coming up, and everybody was like, man, you gonna get on this show? And it's like, well, I got those type of songs. Like, don't get me wrong, I might not do those things, man. I'm gonna keep it 100, keep it funky with y'all. I seen shit, I know motherfuckers that's been dealt with the shit, so I could tell you about some shit. But if we talking about, like, putting the shit together, I could put some shit together. And so now, like, even with the songs, like, my favorite thing is when chicks, I'm gonna say chicks, females, when they give me feedback, it's good feedback, because they don't have this biased opinion like, ooh la la, look at him, you know, this some chiseled ass Lil Wayne shirtless dude, or some other cat, or Young Thug, just whoever, you know, some cat that, you know, hit millionaire. So it's like, for them to give good credit and they really just want to give good feedback, I appreciate that. And like how you just gave feedback, people be like, man, they were like, I really could listen to this. Like, oh, I could bump this. Like, I could play this. Like, oh, this should go. And in my head, I'm thinking, cool. I don't want it to sound like she said, she's like, oh, well, most dudes tell me they a rapper, or she's like, I just be like, I'll be turned off. And I'm thinking it's kind of messed up, because if you're an underground rapper, you like put in this pocket that either you sound like boom clap, boom 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 clap, and your mixing is fucked up, and your sound is kind of fucked up, and then you just don't sound like polished, and you don't sound like, I was telling this, you know, person before, it's like, I didn't sound confident at first. Like I was saying the words, but you like didn't feel it. So now if I walk in here and I'm like, yeah, man, what's up, my motherfuckers? Right. Y'all like, man, what's up? I don't even know this motherfucker, man. What's up with this motherfucker? Facts. I walk in here like, what's up, my motherfuckers? Y'all kind of like, yeah, man, I don't know, man. I don't know no dude like him, man. I ain't really got that vibe. Facts. And then it's like, you can see somebody, you can like, it's an energy thing, you know, if that makes sense. So
I feel it.
I got the song with the Jack, and on the hook he was saying that he's like, man, I walk in there, he's like, I put people in a trance. And so like growing up listening to E40 or Too Short, or even listening to Jay-Z, even you listen to East Coast, like I listen to Jay-Z, I get this bravado, man, like you know what I'm saying, popping Cristal, man, I'm wearing leather coats, you know what I'm saying, get off of me, man, what you talking about, man, this 30 to 40 grand cocksucker, beat it, man, get off me, man, hold up, man, that's what he said, back up, man, get off me, man, get off me, trying to touch me, son, and it's like you get this bravado, and then if you don't really got this you know, like when you talking, even as a speaker or the announcer, even as an actor, like we'll watch some shit, bro, we can feel it. Facts. We don't just watch it. We like, man, I felt like my brother died, or I felt like, man, I felt like, dang, man, why they kill Queen Latifah? Like, we thinking she really died. Like, she really was like dying on that movie. We felt that. It wasn't just like, oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, like, I would be 100, like, the way somebody really get into character, like Snoop Dogg, he really get into character with his music, with his craft. He's like, that's dope. So that's what I be trying to do, man. Give people that character. Like, man, let me give you this energy. Let me bring you people into this mind frame, like what I'm saying. Because if it's a ride, let me take you on this ride. If it's a day, let me take you on this day. If it's like a vibe, let me give you this vibe, man. We in the club kind of vibe, or we on the beach kind of vibe, or let me give you this vibe, man. Hey, man, get the motherfucking whammy out, man. It's serious around here kind of vibe. It's like I said, that ain't my vibe, you know what I'm saying? But, you know,
but some niggas might want to hear a little bit of that, and because
100.
You come from the streets, you can give them that as well. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
there we go.
Sometimes we the reporter of the news. We ain't got to be in the news.
There we go. You know there we go. Like, hey, so just keep that in mind, man. You ain't got to be the active one just to know that you're around some actors. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Facts. But I mean, like I said, man, if you could tell the stories and get the people to feel it, or like when I get the comments from the chicks, they be like, yes. Hey, them yes. It say everything without saying everything.
That's a fact.
She don't even need to say anything when she say yes like that. When they say yes like that, they don't even need to say anything. It just yes.
Yeah. That's a lot.
all they need to say. Like that say everything. Like that yes mean that shit go, that shit dope. Oh, that's my shit. Put that shit on. Well, I need that. And like whatever it may be, it don't matter if it's some food. And she like, yes. Yes, you already know that. That means that it is 100% officially stamped by Hot Girl Summers everywhere.
Well, moving on, man. You know, you get your music's popping, bro. And again, I want to salute you on that. But one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on the podcast as well, because, like I say, we had this conversation off camera as well. You know, you come from the streets. You know what I'm saying? You come from the soil. But what I've watched you do over time outside of music has been amazing. You know, and I want you to kind of go into it a little bit. But before you go into it, I just want to put this man is a motivator if you watch. And he's not online bragging. He's not online trying to stunt. He's just showing you his life in glimpses, and it's motivating because he's showing you that I'm working and I'm pushing a hard line. The man got a apartment. You got an apartment complex. You know, little.
Yeah, it's a triplex / apartment setup that we kind of put together.
Right.
So on some real estate and project development.
Okay.
We'll get into that. But
yeah, we'll get into that. He got that going on. He got the Blue Little Gang clothing line going on right now. I mean, the man move. Every time you see him, I watch this man. I go like, I follow the stories. My guy, the man be on the road everywhere.
Hey.
I didn't see all the terrains and mountains and everything. This man be on the go, man.
Hey, I'm talking about like not even being funny, man. For the what they say, from the windy city, man, to the big city.
From the Big Apple to the pineapple, from Maine to Spain.
There we go, from all in between, man.
They're all in between, man.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
He there.
Yeah, man. Like, like a lot of that I got from slick talkers, man. Like. Something about them talking slick and moving quick. That's where I got that from. And a lot of it has to do with doing that with your business, like your platforms or whatever you plan on doing. You got to be moving slick and not so much talking quick, just to be talking, but you got to be moving.
Right.
And a lot of that's come from there with the, like currently with the project with the, that he was just talking about, make a reference to the apartments.
Actually, let's get into that. So, like, what got you into real estate? Period. Like, what made you go in that route? Like,
okay, so it kind of like dropped in my lap. Something I had thought about. Mm-hmm. It had been a part of semi, so to speak, because I was helping my grandma handle her business with the house. And when I had to step up to the plate and start really helping her because she couldn't do it herself, she didn't know these things. Mm-hmm. I don't know these things, bro. I'm not educated. Right. I ain't went to college for these things. I ain't know, what I'm saying, realtor. I don't have a background for these things. So coming from being outside with it and doing other things with it, not being knowledgeable. Right. And then when I started trying to do like the regular things, get a reverse mortgage, or trying to help with these things, these people is like, where are these documents? What is this information, or what has she been doing? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I've been outside, trap. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know. I don't know what grandma been doing, And so it kind of made me be like, if they're asking these questions for this woman who has documents, income, owns a house, has all this stuff, and they're like, where is it? We want it. We ain't giving you no money without it. It's kind of like, it don't matter what we do outside or what you think you do. Is like somebody wants to know. They want, documented proof. They want to know how you're doing it. And it's like there's no way for somebody not to be in your business. So it's like you got to handle your business before your business handle you.
Okay, talk about it.
And then what I've learned is trying to get things together. Like we started going with the house, and I got locked in with some developers that actually helped. Right. And they have other things going on. But in the beginning, I tried to redevelop the house. Mm-hmm. I tried to put the money in there. I don't have that capital on hand. Right. So even if I have liquid assets, so y'all cats say you got some money, you got an X amount going around. So like, let's say I do got 100 bands stacked up. Mm-hmm. And I run around here and I'm like, yeah, but I got this 100 bands, I'm 100 racks up. And it's like, I had to literally spend this 100 bands to fix this house. Right. And then I got to float this 100 bands until I get it back. However long that's going to take to get it back. And then in between there, I still got to live. I still got to like make do whatever I need to do, make it work how I need to make it work. And I don't think some people look at the reality of that. You feel me? And so in the sense of trying to figure out what's my other option, I don't have the capital. Right. So I linked in with some people that have capital. They are in the business, that have other things going on. And I said, hey, this is what I have. This is what I'm working with. So can we put a plan together? Now, this is my first time networking with some people I don't even know. Right. And so there is a lot of, it's kind of, I don't want to say it's tricky, but a lot of people will tell you what not to do and what to do, but then you have to still make sure paperwork is in order. Right. Check, the black and white, look at this, see if it works, get proof, get it notarized, meet it, like you don't meet somebody in no shady van in no parking lot,
right.
and y'all sign some paperwork over at Denny's, man. It don't work like that.
It don't work like that, right.
Like, so you really try to like do all the things. Houses go into escrow, money moves into escrow, funds get set up, things get transferred, title agencies get involved. They have to do background checks on property. It's like a lot of stuff goes into these things,
right?
And people, they just think it's just cut and dry, and so. A lot of people, especially our people,
right?
They were given things, or things were put in their hands, dropped in their laps. Handle this. I need help with this, baby.
Right.
So they got Big Mama house, so they don't know what to do. So they sell the motherfucker. That's what everybody do.
That's what they do. Right.
Then they might split it. They might sell it. They might not even split it with their family, man. They might just take the shit
right, dependent,
and go about their business. We don't know. You know how it goes. Some people ain't cool like that. But they don't have a plan. And then their plan is just get this money and then just go. They don't have a plan. So for me, it was like, what's the plan?
Right.
And in the midst of this, I had just started doing Airbnb.
Right. And we get to that
so
too.
I had Airbnbs going, and I started talking to the developer about what I had going on.
Right.
And he had other things other properties, other like some other like triplexes and townhomes, and he was like, man, I'll rent them to you, man. He's like, you could do your little Airbnb thing, because he's old school. You feel me? They owe money. They owe.
Right.
They into flipping properties, getting tenants.
Right.
They don't know nothing about apps, and they ain't using none of that. They ain't got time for that, man. They older cats. So they don't have time to keep up with no app and all this stuff. They don't even like use a text message, man. It's just too much, man. Call me and talk to me. And so the idea that is most people are advanced without being advanced. So if we had an advantage of doing these things digitally,
right, we
have an advantage over old money. So old money is here.
Right.
Old money probably still gonna be around. He might be 50, or so let's just say if you got somebody that's like 50 and up, maybe in their 60s, they're really not up on this shit.
Right.
So they got you, that you're in this lower grade, well, not lower grade, but lower age group.
Right.
That you have this game. So you're like, all right, well, I know how to use these things, these tools. I know how to type. I know how to get on here. I know how to open these apps.
Right.
Like, oh boy, showed me some shit. And then I was like, well, I got that. I'm switching back. Okay. I was like, well, I got that. I was like, I use that on my Facebook. He's like, nah, man, you need the business insight. And I'm like, business insight? I thought I had Facebook. I thought that was good enough.
Right.
It made me feel like I'm not sharp. You feel me? Because you have to be sharp with this. You have to be quick and at the cutting edge. But most people come from this era of, we're talking about newspapers and older style stuff. It's kind of like they're not looking at Google. They're not searching that stuff. They might literally still pull up to the library and look up a book. Right. And I ain't said looking up a book ain't cool, but they really would spend an hour going to go look for something so they could read it in black and white. Well, by the time me, you, and 50,000 people have already seen it on Wikipedia, or we already done seen it like this fast, like, or we already done it. So by the time old lady Sherry, who's trying to like list a house or list a property, and she's using the little yard signs, or she's using the little things, yeah, don't get me wrong, people gonna see it, they're gonna drive by. How many people? How long is it gonna take? How many calls she gonna get? New school Samantha, she over here, boom, busting out ads. She over here getting these things going. She's over here utilizing all these things that are at her advantage. And she's like apps, Redfin, Zillow, Whoopidoo. Like I remember my partner was looking and stuff,
and all kind of shit. Yeah, she getting right.
By the time you catch up, Slowpoke, or even with the old traditional style, when an older person is saying, I'm going to rent my house out to one family, there's somebody like me or younger or shit, this motherfucker, I'm talking about millionaires off of this shit. And these motherfuckers is really making money by utilizing what they have, but they're utilizing the time in a shorter time frame. So Rick Ross said, I want to buy a house, you want to give me 30 years. So it's like, you about to do 30 years for this house to pay off $300K. This motherfucker's making $300K in 1 year off of leasing a house that they don't even own, that they're making money that fast, or even off of tenants, because they're moving multiple tenants. They're moving around. And I was like, whoa, why don't we got this game? You know, like why are we not using this game, or why are we not flipping these houses or doing wholesales, or why are we not involved? So it was cool to get involved with these guys that brought me on board, and they showed me some stuff and put me up on game that I don't know. You know, like, this is all new to me. Like I told him, like I had pressed the line on him on some, you know, like I said, y'all, I ain't water ain't active around here, but I was like, bro, man, what's really going on, bro? I said, man, it's going on like 2 years around this motherfucker, bro. I was like, you living good, you got millions and shit. I was like, I ain't got no motherfucking millions. I was like, I don't got multiple properties, and I'm just sitting up with my feet kicked up, talking about when I park my motherfucking shit in the back. I said, bro, it ain't like that for me, bro. I was like, and then I got grandma that I've been, you know, like trying to help / take care of, and tell her, I got this. And she's like, well, what's going on with the house? And like, I really don't have a solid answer at this time to give her. It's kind of like, I look like, well, I don't know what the fuck going on. I don't know what's happening. Like, and that's the worst feeling, to not know. But since we don't know, we don't know the process. We're not used to doing it. And then he like pulled me to the side, took me downtown, and we went and talked to the people. He was like, man, let them know, man, what's going on with the permits. Let them know what's going on with this. Like, basically, like, tell him all these things.
What you should have did from the gate, but we here now.
Yeah, he like, we hear that. He like, so he could like know that things are happening. I don't have control over these things, because in my mind, I'm thinking like how every black person think. I hate to say it, you know, not just, you know, or a poor person. We're going to just say black people. I'm going to get some money. I'm going to go build a house. Motherfucker don't work like that. You're going to have to get your shit zoned. You're going to have to let them know if your zoning work. You're going to have to let them know if your structure work. You're going to have to let them know if your plans work. Do your plans surpass? Then they got to send out this letter to all your neighbors, and these neighbors got to say if they have an objection to it. Like if old lady Sherry next door don't like it, she could actually sit here and oppose your construction, and then you'll have to go back and almost not necessarily listen to her, but then now they're telling you that somebody has a problem with what you're building for this reason. Will you alter it? Will you change it? Will you fix it? They want to build this building. It's going to take away my morning view. I can't watch the sun come up now. It's going to take away my sunrise. Now we got to base what we're doing on her sunrise, and it's like some people don't know a lot of these things. Now, mind you, it does change, I guess, from county to county. I can't say, because this is the market. We up here in Oregon. But I do know if you get involved, you need to know what you're getting involved in, and you need to know how you're trying to do it. So when you say, hey, man, I want to get involved in real estate, like I said, I had to learn, and I'm still learning. And I'm still willing to put in the time. Like, you know, you said, man, you still put in the effort, going to school, knocking out to get to the next level. I don't feel like I know everything, so I'm not going to sit here and say who I don't need, because there's bridges that I might need to cross, and I might need their help. I'm not going to say I don't need these people's information, because obviously I don't got the motherfucking capital or liquid assets to show that we have money like that. Because then if we get into liquid assets, what everybody say they know about this, if they say you need to have 250,000 liquid assets, the bank is almost saying you need 250,000 on top of what you need to spend. So if you want to spend 60 racks, do you still got 250 left in your bank account after you spend the 60 racks? So basically, they're like, do you even got 3 and some change? They like, do you got the 310? Because you need 310 at this point. So then you're like, well, 310? I thought I only needed 250. It's like, you have to have these things to do certain things, but everybody don't know that. And now that I understand, like, they want to see the money. Like, yeah, let's say you show up, me, you show up. We're like, yeah, we got the money. I'm such and such, man, I'm about to build this house. And they're like, well, how you going to live? What do you care how I'm going to live? I got the money. What the fuck that matter? They're like, well, we want to know how you going to pay your bills. Why do you care how I'm going to pay my bills, man? I'm about to build a house. I ain't going to have no. It's like, well,
they need to be all in your mix.
They're like, where are you going to live now? How are you going to maintain yourself? So I learned about underwriters. I learned about people that, quote unquote, that work at these places that are meant to get into your business and ask you these questions, because they're like, well, what are you trying to do here? What's your goal? Then let's say you go to the bank and you open up an account, or you go to these credit unions and they give you these loans. They're still in your business. So it's kind of like you learn to say, let me have my business in order, because I'm going to have to talk to these people sooner or later. I'm going to have to answer their questions, or I'm going to have to present this information.
And there you have it. All right, man. So that's crazy, man. That you doing big things, man, like that, man. With the real estate, man. You gave people a lot of knowledge that I hope y'all soaking up. So, man, I'm saying this man gave us a lot of game, and I let him talk too, because I wanted to get that game out for somebody who may be thinking about it, and at least some of the stuff you heard today, you can use that as a blueprint or a guideline as you making the same decision. If you choose to make the same decision he made by going to real estate, so that's dope, man. And salute to you for that, Water. So, man, I know you're in other business ventures, man. You got the clothing line. I kind of want to get into that, but also the Airbnb, man. So how'd you get into that business?
Okay, so with the Airbnb, I think everybody's kind of, well, if you're not familiar with it, people have stayed there. Like my first, like everybody, right. I was a guest. Right. So I stayed at Airbnb. I thought it was pretty cool. Thought it was pretty dope. Then I thought back a couple of times. Like I did have a couple of little funky little run-ins with Airbnb. It wasn't like a bad situation or nothing like that or nothing like too dramatic, but it was cool. Mm-hmm. And so the chick that I was dealing with at the time, she was talking about Airbnb. Right. And she was like, well, you don't really be at home. Don't nobody really be there. She's like, we don't be there. I don't be there. She's like, maybe we should put it on Airbnb. Mm. I was like, all right, baby, that ain't a bad idea, right. It's in the air. It's some in the air. It's some in the air. And so then I had a partner that was doing Uber and Lyft down in Vegas. And he was driving. And so then he pulls up one day. He stops. He's like, bro, let's talk real quick. I want to tell you some stuff. So he tell me about these dudes. He was like, they get in the car. He's like, they dripped. Rollies on, big pieces, all the shit. He's like, couldn't help but to ask me. He's like, man, what y'all got going on, man? What y'all be doing, man? And he was like, bro, they said it like they would struck gold. Like, bro, we Airbnb hosts. Like, the way they said it was like, hey, man, we Airbnb hosts around here, man. Okay. And so it was funny that they said it like that. And then when he came to me, he was like juiced up. And so they told him about a book, or it was either a book or audio book. And it was this guy, and he was basically breaking it down. It was kind of like the new real estate. That's kind of what they kind of called it, new real estate game or something like that. And in so many words, he was just breaking down the fact that you can use these platforms, like we was talking about, that clearly are everywhere, that are better than a Craigslist, better than a traditional rental, and you can make money off of it. And the way he, said the formula, I'm giving y'all some games, so y'all listen up. Okay. He was basically saying, you reach out to the landlords, especially ones that have houses or units that haven't been rented. They just been sitting. They just dormant. Nobody touched them. And then you offer them basically this incentive that you'll rent it, maybe you can put down a bigger deposit, maybe a longer lease. And you want to host and you want to offer it to roommates or a short-term stay and you want to use this platform. Some of them don't know. Some of them do know because they hear horror stories. So they thinking party house, they thinking kicking it, they thinking all this stuff. But if you can let them know, and see, so like I have a track record, and I got reviews, and my setup is different than most setups because the majority of people offer, they offer a whole house or the entire place. Right. I offer places that there is an entire place, but it's only one place that only offers two people. It's not really a party setup. It's not really big enough. Don't get me wrong. You want to cram your friends, 10 of y'all into like a cool little studio, one bedroom, and y'all bang it out. I guess that, whatever. I really don't see it happening. You feel me? But as far as the house goes, there's a 4-bedroom house. 3 of the rooms are used as separate rooms. Okay. Like a mini hotel or a resort per se. So it's like you get your own little personal villa. Everything is shared, and people treat it kind of like an upscale hostel. Okay, gotcha. Kind of scenario. But the people that use it, they're usually like they have this roommate kind of mentality anyway in this day and age. But now it's like everybody's living. What's the word they call it? They're living on hold on, just bear with me. they're kind of like, it's almost like vacation work. So you don't have to live anywhere.
Right.
So you're living wherever you want to, man. So you're like living here and you're working there. You're living here and you're working there. You can just work from wherever. And then let's just mix COVID in there. They want you to work from home anyway.
Right, everybody remote
so you
now.
down there remote anyway. So there we go, remote. There we go. Yeah, so everybody's working remotely, where they're not even going into an office. So they'll say, hey, I'm gonna spend, like the one guy, he came from Cleveland. He stayed at a different Airbnb before he came and stayed at mine. And he was just like, man, I was just out in Cleveland. He's like, I'm from like the city, you know. He's like, and then he's like, now I got a job. I just work online. He's like, I trade cryptocurrency. And I was just looking at him like, he living his best life.
That's
just
crazy.
bouncing around. I think he ended up booking for like a month.
That's crazy.
Mind you, and this is just one room. So he booked a month, one room, and he just stayed there. And then there was another guest. They booked one room, and they stayed there. I mean, it wasn't, what should I say? Everybody isn't always perfect, so there wasn't really problems. But, you know, you kind of get them guests, it's like hecklers.
Right.
The utensils are small. The pots are little. Oh,
they real nitpicky.
Yeah, they like nitpicking about certain stuff. Oh, are these the only snacks? Do you have snacks that don't have this in it? It's like, listen, man, they free, man. At this point, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm sorry they don't fit your vegan diet or whatever diet. You know, somebody got, you know, could be kosher. I don't know. Everybody got their different diets, you know. So, what you just kind of learn is you are dealing with people like kind of like a hotel, you know. So, and then if you do it on auto, and I say this, you have a service, a maid service.
Right.
They come in there and clean. Same way that a hotel will go. People check out at 11. Maid service comes in there, let's say 11:30, 12 o'clock. They knock it down, flip it, get everything ready. Next check-in is at 3 p.m.
There we go.
Or you can even have it later. And now I understand why some hotels are later.
Right.
Because the hotel is so big or it takes the maid so long to get to the rooms. They basically like, look, you can't check in till 4 o'clock because the room ain't even really ready.
Right.
Because the housekeeper ain't even hit it yet. So until 4, we know all the rooms should be ready by then. And then now in my first couple go-rounds, you know, I was new to it. I was using the same sets of sheets. So the sheets would go, they wash it, lady would sit around and wait for the next, you know, for it to get done, and she put them back on there. Now I understand that you have your first set of sheets, and then you have your backup set of sheets. So you can just rotate them, and then you can wash them as the day progresses or stays progress. But I've had times where it's been like back-to-back people. I've had 3 rooms at one time booked up. And I'm talking about just 3 different people, and it wasn't like a weird vibe.
Right.
It was just kind of some people had work, some people was just whatever they had going on. Like one time, this one chick, she ended up coming for like an EDM weekend. And so she was like turned up doing her thing. It was another guy, he was just there regular, just working on the internet, just doing his thing. So as far as it goes, it turns profit. You feel me? It's a return on investment. If you want a fast return on investment, I had a unit up here in Portland, and it was doing numbers. I want to say, now I'm going to keep it 100 with you guys. Things were going good, but it wasn't sanctioned. So since I wasn't sanctioned with the building, I received a cease and desist. Nothing big, nothing more, nothing less, no problems, no issues. And then after that, I just ended the lease, and that was the end of it. But it's just best. That was like with a property management company. Okay. You feel me? So I learned too, you got to deal with them a certain way and then kind of find out up front if that's even allowed. Don't get me wrong. I ain't gonna give you no bad advice. I ain't gonna tell you to do it off the books. You know, that's some people's test run, some people's business. But the best way to do it is so you can have a fully functional one with no problems and no hiccups. Is for you to reach out to the people, the owner, say, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. If I can do it, are you okay with this? If I can have short-term lease. And then I think another thing I've learned, which is a little gray area out here in Oregon, if you offered it on Craigslist, it would still be considered you just renting out a place. And then that's because you'll be doing it month to month. But if you do short term, less than 30 days, then you have to have a license in Oregon.
Oh, okay. That's some game out there. So y'all soak that up, man. I soaked that up. So I want to move a little forward, man. So let's talk about your clothing line, man. What we got going on with that, man? I see you moving heavy with that too.
Okay, man. As y'all can see, we got
okay,
Blue Lemonade in the building.
Okay.
We got a lot going on right now. We're just getting started, but we definitely got some of everything when it comes to streetwear, street fashion, man. We got, the dope joggers. Right. We got some fly outfits for the ladies. And just in time for the summer, we got some swimsuit outfits. We got crop tops. We got all kind of things.
Right.
Like, we really got some dope stuff coming.
Facts.
And to be realistic, like, we got a new launch coming. And at first I was going to try to, keep it under wraps. I wasn't really going to talk too much about it. But, we about to drop this Traptivities.
Okay.
And so we're going to have these Traptivity hats, Traptivity shirts, Traptivity leggings, the whole joint. Because if you trapping, and that means anything.
Right.
Work, job, hustling. Man, if you trapping books.
Right.
Baseball cards.
Right.
Whatever you figured out how to make some money, if you trapping on eBay, if you wake up and you making money off of that, them is your Traptivities.
Right.
So if you get up and you say, man, today I'm selling snow cones, shout out to my boy Hannah's, man, snowball, snow cones,
Sure.
Hey, it's trapping, man. It's Traptivities going on, man. It's trapping because that is his trap. That's where he's going to make his money at. And we all are having Traptivities. If you go to Wall Street and then you in there and you on you walking there with your suit on, them is your Traptivities, man.
Right.
If you are in a certain business field, them is your Traptivities. So I feel everybody can relate to Traptivities.
Facts.
But some people, they want to put the genre there. Don't get me wrong, man. If you're trapping, man. You know what I'm saying? We just ain't
but
capping.
It doesn't reflect the lifestyle. Like I say, trapping, it can be anything. It don't mean you in the streets. You could be at a 9 to 5. You trapping at school. You knocking out these credits. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you doing to better yourself or push yourself forward, you trapping to do it. And that's just a word. So it's a lifestyle word which fits the gear that you're talking about there, man, which is pretty dope. And so what made you even go there, man? What made you even get into the whole clothing line business in the first place? Just something you just wanted to do, or just match what you already had going, or?
Well, as funny as it is, it was the merch idea.
Okay.
To push, with some of the projects, with the music. And so we dropped the Wave. And I dropped the Wave project, but it kind of the timing was off.
Right.
The timing was off for the promo for the merch, but then the timing was right on time for the motherfucking drop. Because everybody was feeling it. So, and we really ain't even pushed so much into it. We still got it. We got the Wave sweatsuits. We got Wave t-shirts. We got the Wave beanies. We got a handful of stuff. We got leggings. We got crop tops for the ladies. We got the little tank tops. We got all the little joints. And it's crazy. Now we're scaling. You feel me?
Right.
We haven't even officially launched, but we've launched. People know of Blue Lemonade. People drinking Blue Lemonade.
That's a fact. I see you all the time. You sharing it. People got the gear on all the time. They it's moving. No cap on that.
Yeah, hey, no cap, man. You feel me?
No cap, baby.
Hey, so we definitely been putting it together, and right now, like I said, moving forward, we're definitely getting into stores. We're getting more things going. We're going to be getting into a couple of shops. We're going to be linking up with a couple of spots. We are we're not officially set, but we're thinking about opening up a Blue Lemonade store. So,
okay.
Don't get me wrong. And I was talking to my partner, I said, man, well, it's people that got, they set up, so that people been doing their things, and shout out to them, man, because that's motivation.
Facts.
That's I see how they handle the business. I see what they doing. So I know that there's room for everybody.
Facts.
To be doing it. So if it's you, if it's this person, I know as females, they get into their bag. They getting their lady shit. Don't get me wrong, I don't know all the ladies trends. The latest was that all they want, but we definitely get into it though, man. I got some dope stuff for the ladies, you know what I feel me? But at the same token, I don't feel why would I sell ladies stuff or female stuff when this other females sell female stuff?
Right.
I feel like it's an open lane for everybody.
It really is.
And one thing I've learned, these is $1 billion industries.
Facts.
So you getting $1 million, she getting $1 million, him getting $1 million, shit, me getting even 10,000. Shit, I ain't got no complaints. You feel me?
Well, listen, when you're in $1 billion business, even if you get 2-3% of that,
Yeah. Yeah, and you're definitely not taking away from nobody else.
No
I'm not stopping this person. This is enough for everybody. But everybody don't feel that way because they feel like, well, what will I be getting? It's like, don't worry about what you're going to be getting because it's enough.
It's enough.
It's not an endless amount. It didn't just stop. It's not like just a little bit and it's just reserved for these people or just reserved for them people. It's like, it's enough for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Well, man, I want to say salute to you, man. You've been doing a lot and just us sitting here talking, man. And what I hear is that over time, no matter what you did, man, you always were resilient. You kept pushing. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't know, you figured it out. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get you on the podcast. I want people to see that somebody like us from the streets had hurdles, went through things, had to go through things, can also turn those lemons and make them into lemonade. Blue lemonade at that.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you ain't have the best education.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't have the biggest bag. You didn't even have, you wasn't the best talent. But you had to grind. You had to grind. You had the resiliency to keep pushing. And that's what you got to understand is 10% talent, 90% grind. And when you got that, you can make it happen. It's just so now everything's coming full circle for you. And you're at that point. And I want to salute you on that, man, because I want people to see that. And that's why I wanted to get you on there because you in it so much, man. And I've watched you grow, man. I watched you from the music started and you starting these businesses and where you're going, man. It's big, bro. And I think people really got to see that and hear your story because I think it's something that can probably definitely make an impression, especially on our youth we got going on right now. But we'll get into that a little later. Another thing I want to talk to you about too, Waterband. Like myself, like you, we both been on our health journey. Definitely, man. We were some real big boys, man. Now we sitting here looking a little bit slim. I got a little bit more to lose, though. I ain't hit my goal yet, but I'm definitely putting in work.
You looking good. You looking good, man. You looking good
too,
man.
You looking good too. But for me, everybody knows, I did the gastric sleeve decision I had to make for myself to get my health on track.
Respect it.
But I want to holler at my guy because he didn't do the sleeve. But I want to know your journey, how you got your weight off, man, and how you feeling right now.
Okay, funny as it is, so shout out to one of my old situations.
Okay.
Because I used to be like pushing chicks to be like, man, you got to get it together.
Right.
You got to get it together. I don't know if anybody's seen that video. It's like DJ Khaled, he over there like pumping up his chick. And she basically like, I don't need you to be pumping me up. She's like, I don't need that shit. I don't need you. Right. And it's kind of like, I was so busy trying to like motivate somebody else to get themselves together. She was like, look at yourself, Water. She's like, how you going to tell somebody they need to get themselves together? You need to get it together. I was like, what? Talking about me? And so after that, I took it like, all right, let me get myself together. Right. You feel me? Like, let me really take the time to put the effort in and say, all right, I'm not going to sit here and just say it. I'm going to do it. So I start going to the gym. Mm-hmm. And then I think my membership ended. So look, I ain't gonna bullshit y'all, man. Right. It don't be look, everything ain't perfect, right? Facts. So like, I can't remember how, I think it ended or I didn't pay it or something. So I ended up at another gym. Okay, that's how I go. Hey, I didn't did that too. That's how I go. So then when I got to the other gym, like, and I was like, all right, I'm serious now, man. I wasn't serious before, so I'm just going. And being transparent with everybody on like the internet and being able to post stuff, it was like, all right, I'm in here. Right. I'm working out. I'm doing these things. Right. Let me watch these things for myself, and then let me show people what I'm doing because obviously they don't believe that I'm doing it. Right. So let me do it. So, like one of my favorite things is like the battle ropes, and I feel like I liked doing them. So it wasn't more like how people like do these and these to help this. It was like I like doing certain things. Right. And so then I would like really like try to work on my midsection. Now, don't get me wrong right now, y'all. I'm looking real puffy right now. So though. Hey, he's still looking slim though. He ain't as big as he was. I promise you that. No matter what's going on. Kobe been getting to me, so don't pay me no water right now. A little bit. I ain't gonna hold you. And then I just started like going on the machines, going on the bikes, going on the what else was I working on? Like the ab machines. Okay. They had like 3 different ones. Most of these at Planet Fitness. Right. And so I would go in there and I hit these things. I'm talking about I hit them. And like sometimes I'll go with my lady and she be like, nah, man, I ain't really trying to do that. I'm like, man, this yam. I'm like, man, she ain't trying to work out and shit. Like we pay for her body, so it's like I spend good money on your body. Like you good, but that don't mean that you can't put in the work. You feel me?
Facts.
And so since she didn't want to put in the work, it was like, well, I put in the work myself. So then I just started going to the gym by myself. And so like the more I just went, I just felt like this urge to be like better. Like, don't get me wrong, I ain't say like now I'm all perfect or something because of it. But I know that I could reach this. I'm like, come on, just 5 more, 10 more. Keep going. Let's do some more. And I know other people, man, you know, they like go with their partners or they go with people. So they got like people, you know, motherfuckers be sitting there. They be like, hey, man, come on, man. You got it, man. You can do some more, man. Ah, man, push it. And versus me, it's kind of like, man, pushing myself. Like, man, come on, motherfucker. Do you want this shit or not? What you gonna do? You go man up and do this shit or you not gonna do this shit?
Sometimes you gotta have that talk with yourself. You have to. Sometimes you gotta go in on yourself because you know you slipping. Like, come on, bro. We gotta push. It's what we supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I do it all the time. Even to this day, I still do that. I'm
saying because you can sit there and go, like lately, I've been on so I'll get to it later. I'll do it later. I'll get to it. And it don't work like that. Versus be like, I'm going to do this. I said I'm going to recommit. I'm going to sign up and do it. So let me recommit every day. Every morning, 7 o'clock is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do. And then when I watch other people, I'm going, damn, he went to the gym today. Damn. You know what I'm saying? That's not helping me. That ain't helping you either. So if you one of the people and you look at this shit like, get your motherfucking ass up and go because ain't nobody gonna tell you or you to go. They gonna be like, hey man, just sit here, man. It's cool, man. Don't even worry about it. And like there's some situations that I be seeing and I'm like, damn, she would have got herself together. And then there's some of my old situations, I'll be like, what the fuck happened to her? So I hope when they see me, you know what I'm saying? They like, yeah, damn. That's the fish that left the dish. You know what I'm saying? Damn. You know what I'm saying? But if not, at the same token, it's like I don't want to look, you know what I'm saying, unhealthy. Like I don't want to walk around here and then you guys see me and you kind of like, man, snazzy clothes or no snazzy clothes, he just don't look healthy. You know, he doesn't look comfortable.
And it's like that, man, because I'd have been there. Like for me, like, you know, when I was more bigger, I had my health issues, hypertension, which I self-resolved, high cholesterol, self-resolved. I was pre-diabetic. I self-resolved that, and also had sleep apnea. So, I used to go through all kind of stuff, man. And I used to be, sometimes you're like, damn, I got to go to this girl house, spend the night, man. I got to pull my mask out, man. And, you know.
See what I'm saying?
I'm out here sounding like an airport in the big, you know, like Darth Vader and shit. But, you know.
See, and then I got an episode, right? I'm going to keep it funky with y'all.
Okay, let's talk about
what he just said. I'm going to talk about it real quick, but let's talk about it. So I go to kick it with this chick. I go like hang out over her house. We hang out and everything, man. It's all good, man. And I don't know what happened, man. Somehow I woke up butt naked on the floor. I had a seizure in the bathroom.
Damn.
She had to call the ambulance to come get me. Right? I don't know what happened, man. They over there talking about, have you been taking your blood pressure medicine? I was like, man, I ain't taking no blood pressure medicine, man. I'm fine around here, man. What's wrong with y'all? They're like, your blood pressure is through the roof. They're like, you need to get it together. And to me, I'm walking around here, man, like, shoot, man, ain't nothing going on. I mean, I feel perfectly healthy.
That's how I felt.
Fine.
Even as big, I felt like I'm cool. Like, I'm good. It's never stopping nothing for me. I'm able to do what I want to do. I'm having things my way. What I need to lose my way for? You know what I'm saying? I'm cool here.
They're like, you need to get it together.
Fast.
And so when you just said that, man, it just made me think like, man, we got to take better care of ourselves.
It's a fact.
Because we don't know what's going to happen.
That's a fact.
You know, we like going through life and you like doing all these things and like let's say something happened to you. You like, oh, what happened to him? I don't know, man. He was at the hotel in Cancun. He was turned up on the balcony. He had bottles. He had Douce. Was popping.
It was lit.
And last time I saw him on his thing, he was live. He was popping it. And next thing you know, this motherfucker that died like Pimp C, man. R.I.P. Pimp C. But it's like literally, you don't know what's going on with your body because you're not taking care of yourself, man. So I ain't gonna push y'all to go run out and go see the doctor, but health is wealth.
Facts.
Eat better, take better care of yourself, do better things with yourself. What else can I say? What's the best thing I would say? take heed to your mental health and take heed to your physical health. So don't sit here and go, oh, well, I feel fine. It's like, do you feel fine? Or maybe you need to talk to somebody, or maybe you need to get it off your chest, or maybe you need to actually reach out to somebody about whether it be depression, whether it be, because like I got some family and I was just talking to them today, and I was just like, well, why are you doing this? Like, what's wrong with you? I was like, because you're making this choice to do these things. So this is nobody forcing you. This isn't. So if you do it, you want to do it, and if you don't do it, why don't you want to do it? Like, what is your reason for not wanting to do it? And they were just like, I don't know. And I was like, you don't know. Like, that's not a,
not a good enough answer. And it's so crazy, man. Once you get the weight off and you start getting in that right direction, we got commentary on everybody we see unhealthy now. I'm like, man, brother, what's going on, man? We got to get you. We got to.
Hey, man, why is you...
Right.
And don't get me wrong, when I'm over here pointing the finger at other people, like people like, oh, well, yeah, look at you, you don't look all skinny. I was like, look, I was way bigger.
Listen, where I came from,
man, what I used to look like, I was way bigger. So it's kind of like now looking like this and getting myself together. It's like, come on,
man, I'm never going back.
And then don't get me wrong, I'm not picture perfect, but I feel like everybody should strive for it.
Period.
So if I was to reach a goal, like right now, it's a comeback story. And if y'all see me snap back, it's a comeback story. It don't mean that I ain't got it together. It's more like, is he gonna come back again? It's like, yeah, let me put in the effort to get myself back together. So let me go and say, all right, I did it before, I'm gonna do it again.
Right.
I put in that effort to lose this weight, or I like I said, I puffed up a little bit, but I'll do it again. Right. But if you never done it at all, and you never put in the effort to do it, or even put in the time to do it, it's kind of like, well, are you really trying to do it? You feel me?
Right, that's facts, man. But at the end of the day, man, I mean, you say you're not gonna push it, but I'm gonna definitely push it. Make sure you go to the doctor, get yourself checked out regularly. Do what you need to do, because your health is everything. Health is definitely wealth, and we want to make sure that we are healthy. And there's alternatives. There's no reason why we should all be out here unhealthy anymore. If you can't, do it on your own, there is options, and you could explore. I've done that, and the results has been great, and the results have been great, actually, I should say. But
I feel that,
like I said, I feel the best I felt in my life. But what I'm saying, while you looking good, man, keep doing what you doing. What I'm saying, I love watching it, man. You've been cooking, man. I've been seeing you. Yeah, I see you get busy, but you always bring it back. You be like, all right, let me get y'all with the salad wrap now.
Yeah, man. Let me get y'all back.
Yeah, let me get y'all back. And I'm gonna go get it in, but I'm gonna always bring it right back, though.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Some of you women, man, is bad influences on me, man. I'm gonna be 100, man, because y'all want to go eat at these places, and like, don't get me wrong, I'm a single bachelor out here, just in case any of y'all ladies was looking, man. I'm not tooken, just so y'all know. But being realistic is like, you go out to eat at some of these places, man. Y'all be talking about eating steak plates and mashed potatoes and all this starch and all this other stuff, and then y'all be wanting to eat all these meals. And it's like, don't get me wrong, man. Like, I love to eat, but man, I be feeling weird if I just order like a little salad or something. And I order a salad, and then she like ordering like the big T-bone steak, and then the waiter always come out and bring the steak to me, looking at me like, it's my steak. I'm like, that ain't my steak, man. I ordered the wedge.
I got the wedge.
I ordered the wedge, man. What's that? I got the Caesar. Yeah, I got the Caesar. No, not the full order. I got the half order.
I got the half order, right?
Yeah, they're like, oh, no. And then she like the one chick, man, I ain't gonna say no names, man, because I ain't gonna throw her under the bus, man. We would like go out, man, and I'm talking about like she'll order like 4 things off the appetizer menu. I never ordered 4 things off the appetizer. That was it for me.
That's different.
After the 4 things, that's a wrap.
That's it.
Then she still ordered the entree.
And
I'm like, damn. And then it's the kicker. She be like, having her little moments, and I'm like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Then when I hit her with the dang big mama, she be like, oh, that's how you feel? It be like, well, man, you knocking that plate down, man. Got me like, dang. I had to sit back. What I'm looking like. Dang.
That's
crazy. So
that's crazy, man. But that's real though, man. That's real.
Hey, man, so I'm eating good, but then at the same token, I'll be trying to make sure I'll be doing my whip and dip, So if y'all on there, I might be on my Instagram. Y'all check out my story if y'all watch. I don't know if y'all follow, but I'll be on there, man, and I call it, I guess, cooking it with Wavy.
Okay.
And I'll be whipping up stuff, and I just did some cool little salad wraps, man. It was cool, man. It was, it looked pretty cool. Then I did some stir fry the other day, which is pretty cool.
Right.
And it's been like really light meals. You feel me? Like stuff that you can kind of whip and feel good about.
Right. So, man, that's dope, man. So, like I say, man, congratulations on your weight loss, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we going to both continue this journey.
Definitely.
I definitely want to follow up down the road on that with you, man, and see where your journey is. See where we at 2-3 years from now, man, and see how we looking, man. But we working on it. And like I say, health as well. So y'all get checked up out there, man. So moving on, man, I kind of want to touch on some serious things, some issues that we dealing with in our city right now, man. With our youth, man. A lot of these kids are getting killed out here, man. It's a lot of violence going on. Actually, the violence is increasing across the whole country. Yes. But we seeing a lot of it here at home as well, and it's hitting home, and we seeing it with a lot of youth. Even some of these guys who are not even in the streets is getting, taken out, man, and it's sad to see. So I just want to get your opinion, man, on how you feel about the climate of the city right now with the violence, and how do you feel that we can probably fix this issue or get a wrap on this issue right now we dealing with?
Well, I will say this. I definitely, my opinion or how I feel.
Yeah, how you feel?
But I'm not like, oh yeah, man, it's cool, man.
Right.
Or like some people is like highlighting it like it's tight. They're like, yeah, man, Portland active. I hate to say it. Or they're like, yeah, man, well, it's popping in Portland. It's like, why would that be popping?
Right.
It's like people lose their lives, man. It's not cool.
Right.
I definitely don't believe that's what we need to be doing.
Right.
I don't believe it's kind of messed up that the narrative is kill each other and then celebrate it. You know what I mean? Like that just don't really dawn on me to be cool. You feel me?
Right.
We need to be building with each other, growing with each other, like doing stuff, figuring things out. I know circumstances and stuff is kind of like, sometimes stuff happens. I ain't gonna say everything is on purpose, and I ain't gonna say everything is just premeditated.
Right.
So certain stuff happens, but at the same token, like today, I was just in a situation, and it was some young cats out there, and it was this cat. He was just popping off, and he was popping off for no reason at everybody.
Right.
And like, I hate to, I'm older now, y'all, not being funny, so I hate to be like that, but I was just kind of like, bro, you popping off at people, we just standing here. Like, we ain't even got nothing to do with whatever y'all got going on, but you just so riled up, you just ready to pop off at anybody. Then you got these people that's talking about calling the cops. So if they're calling the cops, they're not calling the cops because this is just some random thing. They're like calling the cops saying that you are the problem, and it's you. And so now it's escalated past you trying to check some people, because now you're not out here just checking these people or you pushing the line. It's like now you have this other stuff going on. And so I feel like, watching it, there was another young dude, and he was like riled up, and he was like, then I hate to say it, man, you catch me around these little crossbody bag things, little situations, whatever, I ain't want to judge whatever everybody got going on fashion, I took some pics with cool little, thing on, whatever. But from what I understand, the most of you little hyenas out here got your little thing on you, right? So y'all ready to pop off. And it's like, pop off on who? Like, you gonna pop these people, and then what, you gonna go to jail? And you gonna pop these people, and then the thing was, he out here talking about his son. You ain't getting my son. You ain't about to take my son. You ain't about to get my son up out the car. If you pop these people, you ain't gonna never see your son, bro. What you talking about? Like, what's up with you? Like, you ain't even thinking what your actions is going to entitle. So then by the time you see your son, that same woman that you arguing with, telling her she ain't gonna see your son, and you'll pop a motherfucker out here, that's gonna be the same woman that's gonna have your son because you not gonna be here because of your actions. So I don't think they thinking of their actions. I don't think people are just, and I hate to say it, man, they be like, it's something in the water, something in the air, something out there, it's the season, function, whatever. It wasn't him fucking with no cats. It wasn't him. He was beefing with his BM about whatever, and then he just started displacing his anger on everybody ready to pop off. Nigga, it's whatever. And it's like, bro, it shouldn't be whatever. Because some people, they ain't even did nothing to you. And he was like, what, y'all want some? Do we want some, bro? I'm just watching what's going on, bro. I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on, bro. I just looked up. I see it. They see it. Everybody. It's a a food cart area. People are looking. We don't know. We're looking. We don't know. Then as the situation progressed and everything just got out of control, it was like now wherever he is or whatever's going on, he's in risk of losing his son. So let's say he didn't smoke nobody. Now they might come take your son because of this situation, or they might have you locked up. So it's kind of like his results. I don't know if they think about their actions. It's like, and if you would have popped somebody, all these people, you think you was gonna smoke somebody? Let's say they ain't no hood cats. It's regular people, man. It's DoorDash delivery people out there, man. It's regular business owners. It's the lady that sell gyros. This motherfucker that sell pizzas. They don't know what's going on. They don't know you. They ain't worried about no hood stripes. They're not worried about who the hardest. They're like, man, don't bring that around here. Don't bring that around my life, my kids'
my customers
life.
Away. It's my place of business.
Yeah, like they like, well, get out of here. We don't want you here. We don't got your back, homie. It is like if people think that people are gonna tolerate you going around and tearing up your community. I hate to sound like one of them people, man, but this is where you have to live at. You're not going to tear up Beaverton, man. You ain't going to shoot up Lake Oswego, man. You're not about to go dump holes all over in Tiger, man. Y'all not acting a fool out there at Washington Square. You feel me? You like y'all doing this where you got to be at, where your kids, siblings, family, relatives, cousins, aunties, aunties, uncles, whoever, nieces, nephews, whatever. They got to be in these areas, and it's like, don't y'all think about that?
And they don't, man. And it's sad, man. And, you know, it's like you seeing a lot of people, innocent people, get crossed in this stuff, man. And that part hurts. Now I get it. You living in the streets, you play by the street rules, but at some point, you know, we got to do something different.
Yes,
I think a lot of times we got to think before we do, because once you make that move and you cross that line, not only are you going to have somebody's family hurting, but potentially your family hurting, because if you get caught, you going away. You know what I'm saying? And you may have your reasons for doing what you're doing, but think about the bigger picture. I got kids. If I go to jail for 20 plus years, what man is going to raise my kids? Because it's not going to be me. You know what I'm saying? If I'm in this game, I could potentially lose my life. Now my mama crying, my sister sad, my brother sad, my uncle, my grandmother, my kids are now don't have their father. Our mother not there, depending on the situation. And then you run into the problem of, yeah, okay, it's me and this guy, and we got our problem, but now somebody who's totally innocent got hit because my aim is off. You know, I say I'm a shooter, but I never shot a range in my life, so I'm just shooting at will, and now somebody innocent get hit. Now I took a life that had nothing to do with what I got going on in the first place. You know, these are things I think nobody thinks about, and at the end of the day, the only result is going to be jail or death, no matter how you look at it. Or if you do get away, it's going to play on your conscience for the rest of your life. And, you know, it's just sad to see. And like I said, it's going around across the whole country. But right now in our city, it's wild, man. And it's sad to see. It seems like every other day I'm seeing a RIP. And, you know, and it's like, I don't know how to fix it. You know, a lot of people that I know that are leaders, they're saying the same thing. They don't even know what to do. It's just wild right now.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. When people say, what should they do or how to fix it, I don't know what to say. You know, like, I don't have the answer, the antidote. It's not like you could just pour something on it and it's just gonna fix itself.
Right.
So it's kind of like trying to figure it out. So with that being said, I feel if we, you, me, you know, us as a platform, other people, they all come together and say, hey man, let's try to organize something, and then we organize. It's a chance people will come.
Right.
You know, and there's a chance the youth will come.
Right.
I don't know if the youth that are actually doing the things will come, but it's kind of messed up. You get the attention of the youth that you want to stay away from those things. So sometimes people don't see it as, well, we may not have got the ones that's out here acting a fool, but we got these ones that are here that are safe. And so sometimes they feel like that's still a lost message. No, it's not a lost message, but they're not in harm's way.
Right.
And we're doing something to keep them out the way. And maybe that is the other proactive. So we can't do anything about this,
Mm-hmm.
but what we can do is try to help the ones that don't want to be involved in that.
Right.
Give them opportunities and things to be a part of so they don't have to be in that.
That's
so
true.
then they don't have to be out there. But if they wake up and say, there's nothing for me to do, I'm about to go hang out with the homies and listen to, I want to drop no people's music. You feel me? I'm about to go get it back in blood.
The Pooh Shiesty babies, man.
Yeah, man, they about to go get it back in blood out here. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't do 63rd or whatever. However them songs go. You know what I'm saying? And if they run around like that, it's kind of like the kids talking about, I'll go down that street. I'll do 63rd. What's wrong with you, girl? This is 63rd Street. You ain't even from Chicago. Sit yourself down.
Right.
But they living by these laws, you know, and like not being funny, you know, like back in the day, let's say we was seeing stuff going on and we was like, yeah, this is it. This is who we hang out with. Right. And like we didn't see no problem with what they was doing because we was hanging out with them.
That's a fact.
But now as we being adults, we like, man, don't be doing that. That ain't cool. But it was like the people that you was hanging with when you was young or the people that you knew, maybe if it wasn't your best friend or it was people in your age group at that time. Right. And they was doing this stuff and it was like little such and such Loken and backward cats was wearing Dickies. It was out there smoking cats. So now y'all older, y'all like, man, these little young cats need to calm down. What was y'all doing? What was you cats doing? Your cats, your age doing? When y'all was out there hitting 6-4s and hydraulics and lowriders. So it's like, don't look at them funny because now they out here like these young hyenas because you guys was young hyenas once upon a time. And these is like the babies you bred.
Right.
Like so I hate to say that sometimes.
Let me ask you this, Water. So I'm glad you said that. Because how I feel is that there's a disconnect from the older, the OGs to the young boys we got now, and I don't feel like they got an effect because the young guys, they don't care about what the OGs did or what they about. There's no respect level there. They feel like it's our turn. We gonna do what we do. We getting ours. We gonna get ours like you got yours. How do you think we can bridge the gap for the OGs who lived through it, was able to can now speak up on it? To talk to these youngsters and say, hey, man, even though I know I did that, but it still ain't the way because the result that you're going to have is more detrimental than anything. How do you feel we fix that gap or we bridge that gap between the old and the young?
Well, keep it 100 with them.
Right.
Like, I don't mean to say it like that, but you know how people try to sit here, I'm doing good. Motherfucker, I'm fucked up.
Right.
Shit fucked up around here. That's what you tell them, man.
Right. Like,
they try to paint these pictures. Even we gonna keep it so funky right now. Even some of the cats that be like reformed and they not, you know, in the streets and they kind of like, oh, I'm doing good. I work for the city. Man, fuck that. Right. Like, I ain't said everybody. No disrespect and no shade towards nobody. Some people aren't in that position to where it looks like they're really happy. Mm-hmm. And yeah, you telling these kids that you doing these things, but some of these kids like, motherfucker, you don't look happy to me. You don't look like you living a life. You don't look like you sipping margaritas on the beach and jumping out of Lamborghinis. Right. And it's like, yeah, to a certain degree, it isn't just about the flash. It's about you doing it and looking like you enjoying it. Right. Versus you doing it like it's hard work. That old, strong black man mentality, hard work gonna pay off, young brother. You got to do it like this if you want to. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Right. No disrespect towards them. Right. You don't have to be that form to get to that position because there's cats, nerds. Mm-hmm. There's cats, crypto ballers. They out here balling hard, and they ain't never touched no work or did any of these things, so they're not out here click clacking and banging. But they figured out ways to make revenue, and then people will listen to them. They'll all jump online and listen to crypto cats that's talking about cryptocurrency, but he ain't about to listen to the OG tell them about what I used to do with no work. You ain't relevant right now, partner. You're not right now. You're talking about ancient old dinosaur times. I want to hear about Tyrannosaurus Rex and caveman shit. Man, get the fuck out of here. When I first built the wheel and it started to roll like this, it's like, man, we were out here flying like the Jetsons. They like spacely sprockets around here. They're moving so fast to where like you have to be either a part of what they're watching or what they see for your message to be heard. Like right now, you want to throw something out there, you get at their shows, you get in front of what they got, get on TikTok, make some shit that they're the trend that they'll listen to, and then probably start talking about violence or this. It's like if you think you go put up a thing on regular style, old style, a march down the streets, man, these motherfucking kids ain't in those streets, man. Let's be 100, bro. They is online.
Facts.
They watching videos. They know about shit that you don't know. They seeing shit that we ain't seeing. Have you seen Twitter?
Is your followers up?
Yeah, I'm saying.
Man.
And if you think that you're gonna like try to tell them this is what you should be doing, and they're like getting fed, they're getting video fed this feed every day. Like, bro, this feed is coming faster than our marches, our words, our rallies. So they need to get this shit fed every day to where it's like stop the violence, stop the violence, stop the violence, to where they're like, damn, I need to stop this violence, man. This shit ain't cool, man. And then show them fly shit that stopping violence. Don't just show them stop the violence signs and think that's gonna work, man.
There's no follow-up.
Like there's no trigger there to make them be like, yeah, I'm about to stop the violence, man, and go live it up on the beach, on the boat, stop the violence. I ain't got time. I'm about to go do something fly. It's stop the violence, and everybody look pathetic and sad, man.
So let me ask you this, man. You touched on, the rallies and, the marches. How do you feel the state of the leadership is here in Portland? Do you think that, do we got leaders? Because I'm going to be honest with me, I don't see none. You know what I'm saying? There's no leaders on the front line. I see these rallies, I see these marches, and I'm not knocking those. Those are good, because we want to keep pushing the word out every avenue we can. But as far as some true leadership on the front line for us as black people and in our community, do you feel we have that? And if not, I mean, what do you think we can do to fix that? Like, what type of leader do we need on the front line for these type of issues?
Okay, and I'm going to be serious in this conversation. I feel there are people with good intentions. I don't know if they are the right representation. So I can't say, like, I can't say because I'm not the one. So I can't tell you or vote for who it should be. I can give my opinion and say, they really had the right intentions. They're, they run parallel with what they're saying. That's what they're really trying to do for us, the community, people, themselves. That's what they're doing in their life. But I don't know, to be honest, man. I mean, I don't know. I know there's people that represent for us, represent for our, what should I say, our community, black people, represent for our culture, represent for our village. But are they the ones that sit down and talk to the mayor? Or are they the ones that, and I hate to not be funny, when I say this, do they have the look of our representation? Like, don't get me wrong, y'all, and I don't mean to say this, everybody's supposed to look like they done been through the Harriet Tubman days, and I ain't saying brother's supposed to look like
Malcolm X or Martin Luther King.
I ain't saying he's supposed to be looking like that with no suit on. I'm not saying that. And I ain't saying that he's supposed to be whoever. I'm just saying, like, do they represent us? Because now, once again, that I even was talking, touching bases, we are a new, younger representation. So there is old money, there is old representation, but now it is a new, younger representation. And I hate to say it, opinions have changed over time.
Facts.
The way people look at things have changed over time. That's because it is a different world. It is the same planet. So we're on the same planet, same earth. They're like, oh, there ain't nothing changed. You're right. It hasn't, but the way things are dealt with,
that
being politically
changed.
Correct or doing it a certain way. Like, if there was somebody that could say, hey, man, I represent for the black people, and I'm here to march for the black people, we'd be like, that's our leader. That's Huey P. Newton. That's such and such, man. When he come out, man, I listen to him. And, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I know some people right now, they be doing their thing. And then, like, one day they doing their thing, and the next day, I ain't saying that they not doing their thing, but it's like, is that their thing every day?
Every day, right.
So is this what they doing every day? Even if they don't make no money, even if they don't make nothing from it, even if they don't get no publicity from it, do we know about it through the grapevine? Not from the online. Do we know about it through the grapevine? To where they don't want motherfuckers on the online to know. That's how they want this shit to be so secretive and stealth. They want it to be passed around the world. This is I'm the man, or woman, or the person, or the righteous one, the one that God picked, or however we look at it, or the one that's representing our community. But if we don't have that, somebody has to step up to the plate. Like, you can step up and say, hey man, I'm here for the youth today. Right. And then tomorrow, you gotta go take care of your business. Doesn't say that you don't want to be here for the youth every day, but that can't be your job every day. So are you the one? Not to say you not.
But just to say, are you gonna make that commitment? It has to be everyday commitment.
Yeah, like I gave out Easter eggs, drinks. I did my thing. I was devoted to the kids. Am I gonna do this every day?
Right.
Am I gonna be the one so they're like, yeah, man, we love you, water, love the kids, man. It's like, look, man, I was here today, kids, but I got some things to do. I was moving around. Sorry, kids. Where you going, man? When you coming back? I'm like Frosty the Snowman. I'm about to melt away out here. I got to go. But if I could be that person, or somebody could be that person, I feel like they would be giving all their time, and it's a sacrifice.
It is. So
before they just say, I'm that person, it's like, are they sacrificing having a regular family? Because you're not going to have no regular family when this is first.
Right.
When these people is first. When your people, the people is first. Right. You're going to be doing everything for the people to where, I hate to say it, family gonna eat dinner, you still worried about the people.
Right.
You might not even eat dinner yourself. You be like, everybody else gonna do it. I'm worried about what I could do for the people, how we can make it better. Though. And then I don't think everybody has a dedication, especially not right now. It's like,
right.
I don't know who it may be. Like, there is good representations. You've had a couple people on your podcast, and they definitely represent speaking for us, and speaking for our people. I'm not saying they're the only ones, but they need, if they're going to be the one, like I said, they don't have to be Malcolm X, but they're going to have a movement like Malcolm X.
That's real, man. Well, I'm just hoping that whatever's going on, man, we get some right representation that's going to be leadership, because we definitely need that. Yes, we got to figure out this violence problem in our city. But, until then, man, we just got to keep praying, man, and hoping the best. But, rest in love, and my condolences to all that lost loved ones, during this time, man, because I know it's tough. Well, man, Waterman, I'm glad I had you on the show, man. We chopped it up, man. I was ready for this. We had a good conversation. Great vibe, man. You funny as fuck, man. I gotta give it to you. But man, let the people know how they can reach you, man. Get some websites, man. Your social media, man. Let them know what's going on with you.
All right, man. Okay, at Wavy, WAVY _water, WATER. That's on Instagram. You can actually find me at Wavy, WAVY, then with the dash, WATER.com online. So you can look up both, and then you can still find it there. You can look up Wavy Water on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Prime, Google Play, Tidal, Pandora, Deezer. This is a whole bunch of them. Basically, hey, I should be on every streaming platform that you jump on, man. If they got it, I should be on there. Like for instance, you go on you go to Ask the Music on TikTok, go to Ask the Music on Instagram, go Ask the Music on Facebook, and you put in Wavy Water, my album should pop up, so you should be able to see it with no problem.
That's dope.
And don't forget to follow Blue Lemonade, just so everybody know, so y'all know it's spelled right. BLEU. That's the blue. Then lemonade is spelled LEMONAID. Blue Lemonade, just so we're on the right page there. So you can look that up, bluelemonade.com, and you can follow us on Instagram. But we're definitely going to show the links and have everything up there for you guys.
Definitely check the description, man, and definitely get those links, man. Well, I'm glad you're on the show, man. We had a good conversation. We're going to have you back for sure. And you know what I'm saying? We got to follow up on a few things. But listen, if you're watching this right now, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can be in tune with the podcast episode. Make sure you share. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's your boy DJ Pryce Miyagi, and we out. Salute. And get that blue lemonade. Hey. out.